Hey, this is just a random video to show you what I've been what I've been working on. As you can see, there is quite a lot of x86 assembly code, and that is because I've been doing some DOS programming, and I've wanted to just basically I've thrown myself in at the deep end. I could have chosen C. I could have chosen any other language that supports DOS, but I chose assembly because I just wanted to give it a go, honestly. And honestly, I actually prefer it to C because it kind of makes more sense in a way, and you've got to do all the registers and stuff yourself, which means you could optimize your code as much as possible, and that is what I have been working on, trying to optimize my code. Now, I have my own graphics library called the BGL, Best Graphics Library. It's the greatest in the world, and I've basically made a graphics drawing routine that will draw graphics in a proprietary format, which is just first byte is width, second byte is height, and then the rest of it is just raw data. I've done RLE as well, but that's proven to be a little slower than I imagined, so I don't know, may move back. But here's the original graphic drawing code. Now, there's quite a lot of objects on screen, but you see the cycle speed here is 8,000 cycles per millisecond, so that's equivalent to, I don't even know, like a 480-60x if you like. Okay, so I mean, it's running okay, but it's not running great. As you can see, it's only hitting like 30 FPS or so, and you can really see it when you move the mouse around. So what do we do? Well, the solution is just to optimize the heck out of your code. So that code is pretty well optimized, but we can do better. So what I've spent the past few minutes working on is an optimized graphics drawing routine, which is BGL Draw Graphics Fast, which does a lot less maths, a lot less checks, and the result is quite amazing actually. So if we change that to if we change that to fast, check this out. Exactly the same speed. It's hitting the full 60 FPS. It looks amazingly smooth. However, it does come with a few limits. The main limit being that it doesn't clip outside the edges, so if you move this out, you can sort of see it appears at the bottom, and then you move it to the left and you see, you know, it's appearing the other side. But if you know that your graphics are going to be within the screen, then this is perfect, because you're gonna save like 2 times the speed drawing it this way. I've really worked hard to do that though, because you can see that I'm using STOSB, which is a lot faster, instead of doing repeated checks like I was doing last time. So, let's see how far we can push this on. Let's think, what's an equivalent thing that we can use? Let's do 480-60x 33, that seems alright. So we change that to 12100. It's kind of vague, because all processors are different, but we'll see. So if we compile this just as is, yeah, we've got the same speed because it's doing the VSync. So I have a variable down here, well, not really a variable, but it defines how many objects are on the screen minus the mouse cursor thing. So we're doing 30 right now. Let's just go easy. Let's go 40. And it's still managing amazingly. Again, just for comparison, let's change that to the original routine. And look at it chug along, honestly. How did I not think of this sooner? Well, that's because I've only been doing this for about 2 weeks, so my assembly was pretty rusty back then. Let's try 60. Look at it! It's managing on 60! That's amazing! I wonder when we're gonna reach some slowdown. 80. Oh, there we go. And there's the weird, like, clipping error that is occurring. But if I increase the cycles a little bit, look at it. It's just back in action. That's awesome. Let's try and hit 100 and see what equivalent we would need. So, let's just increase it. And there you go, 17. And that's pushing 100 objects around the screen. Unbelievable. So that is equivalent to, like, wow, that's not even Pentium speeds. That's quite remarkable actually. Now let's see how fast it goes drawing a single object. We're going all the way. Actually no, blow it. Let's try 400 first. Look at it. Oh man, it's struggling. It's struggling and struggling. But it still hits an acceptable frame rate at Pentium speeds. So let's be a bit more sensible. Let's go back to 40. But we're not going to draw the others. We're only going to draw the mouse. And then we can see just how quick it is to draw a single graphic plus drawing the buffer. So yeah, what it's doing, it's not just drawing a graphic, it's clearing the buffer using word length instead of bytes for speed. So we're clearing the buffer and then we're drawing the graphics, writing the buffer to the active display, and then we're just waiting for it to finish doing CRT stuff before we do it again. The reason we're using another buffer, of course, is so you don't see all the stuff being drawn behind the scenes. It just draws it all, and then, bam, in one go, you see everything that it's drawn, which is a way better way of doing it, if you've got enough memory, of course. So, this is doing all that. Let's decrease the speed, and we're still doing good. Oh my god, wow, okay. So even at 3000 it's doing quite well. Bearing in mind, drawing using two buffers is a lot slower, or a bit slower. Look, it's still going, look! What kind of speed is this? Oh my god, that's a 286. I don't even think this supports 280, no. It runs so fast, it will run on a processor it doesn't even support. Probably not, I don't know. With a bit of changes it would, but I don't really care. The important thing is, this is so optimized. Let's take the buffer out of the equation, see what that does. It's going to leave a trail, of course, but it'll probably be like double the speed. Yeah, that's ridiculously fast. This is, what kind of speed are we at now? This is like, I mean, these are kind of useless, but whatever. Look at that. That's impressive. I have once again somehow impressed myself. I don't know how that's possible, but it can draw graphics at ridiculous speeds. Just amazing. So yeah, I'm going to continue working on the game that I've been doing as a sort of exercise. Every game's a learning experience, of course. I may end up moving from RLE because it may be slowing things down a lot more. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm not going to record that because I often spend time just staring at it for like 20 minutes before realising that it's a blatantly obvious error. So, that was the optimised BGL. Hope you enjoyed, I guess, and I will continue work. Goodbye.